Don't miss Clownfish Studios' latest crowdfunder, Crimson Wren Volume 1 on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Thaddeus Wendell's greatest treasure is out there, and it's up to young mage Crimson Wren and the crew of a rundown airship called the True North to find it. But will they find it in time? Crimson Wren of the True North is a race against the clock filled with action, adventure, comedy, and heart. This is a brand new manga-style graphic novel from Clownfish Studios. Go to crimsonwren.com or check it out on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. It ends on November 18th. That's November 18th. And now on with the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And I've got some bad news for all of you.
What?
The bad news is the Margot Robbie Pirates of the Caribbean spinoff reboot. You know, the one that everybody was really looking forward to but somehow forgot about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been canceled.
Shocker.
Yeah, this is interesting because this happens, or was announced by Margot Robbie a day or two after Bob Chapek said they're going to be looking at their content and they're going to be cutting back on things. So I think this is one of those projects that they took a look at a while ago and was like, yeah, nope.
Well, it could be because no one was interested in it. The only Pirates of the Caribbean people want to see is one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, and even the last couple didn't really burn off the box office that much, and that was with Johnny Depp. So let's talk about this. Let's see if Disney has enough alpacas to bring Johnny Depp back to Pirates. I don't know if it's going to happen or if they're just going to be like, yeah, let's just forget Pirates and move on. But Disney never leaves well enough alone, so I think they'll be back. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, over 280,000 subs. Almost 281.
You keep saying that.
Hit the like and subscribe button. It does help us out on YouTube. And every once in a while, we get some shenanigans at YouTube. And I think people do try to throw a wrench into things. It lasts a couple of days, and then usually things are back to normal. So sorry, we're not going anywhere. Variety had this up, and I think they got it from another source, but this is the version I was running with. Margot Robbie says her female-led Pirates of the Caribbean movie is dead at Disney. I guess they don't want to do it.
Well, okay, keep in mind, this is a movie that was announced a while ago. They were originally supposed to be two movies. One that was a continuation of the Pirates franchise, and then a new movie with a new franchise when they started, when there was up for debate about Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Then the other Pirates movie went away, and they were just moving forward with this new one. They redid the attraction. They added Red the Pirate at the attraction that nobody asked for. It was an internal team at Disney who decided this.
Yeah, so that's what's interesting. We said that when they first announced that they were going to make,
the auction scene changed.
The auction scene was going to be changed, and the redhead became a pirate, and they named her Red the Pirate. And it wasn't just like, oh, we're going to change it to be more politically correct. No, they were marketing the hell out of Red the Pirate. They had an actress walking around the parks as Red.
Yeah.
They were trying to make Red happen. Why were they doing that?
Red happen.
They were trying to make Red happen, and people love the redhead. They want the redhead. The redhead merch always sold. Well, this all went down.
Of course
it did. This all went down about the same time that the allegations against Johnny Depp were coming out. His ex-wife, Amber Heard, and I think Disney was like, what's plan B? Hot damn, we'll come up with a female character on Pirates of the Caribbean because that's the thing to do.
We'll make claims that we had to change it because everybody was complaining about it, even nobody was.
But in reality, we're going to make this new female character happen. So when we do the movie in 5 or 10 years, be like, oh no, this is a character from the ride, totally.
Yeah, we just retconned it. But yeah, so they were going to do this other. It was supposed to be like her, and then they were talking about it was the chick from that wrote the Harley Quinn movie, so Birds of Prey movie.
What could possibly go wrong when you get the the writer of Birds of Prey and the star of Birds of Prey, and Birds of Prey did not do well at the box office. That's probably another factor. And they're like, yeah, let's just put them in charge of one of our biggest tentpole franchises.
And then so they were running with that for a while, even though people weren't too happy about it. And then the whole trial happened with Johnny Depp, and then they kind of got reversed where it came out that she, Amber Heard lost, which is very hard to do. Like when it comes to a libel suit, it's really hard to prove, defamation and stuff. It's not easy.
Yeah,
but he did it.
This was definitely one for the history books, I guess. And really a big reason why, they're going to blame those pesky YouTubers, but it was the fact they televised the trial and public opinion turned. I mean, people were kind of like, well, it wouldn't.
When you see the evidence.
When you see the evidence, it's like, yeah, maybe she's not so nice after all, and maybe they were way over, playing what was actually happening. And
so anyway, so all that is, there's all that happened, and now the movie, right after they announced they have to cut corners and cut things down, is apparently not happening. But there'll be a movie with Johnny Depp.
Okay, so let's talk. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about what she said. There actually were 2 movies. They had a spare.
Yes, right. There was 2.
And Jerry Bruckheimer has been pushing very hard. And here's the thing. He might have more pull now because Top Gun Maverick did so damn well that he might be able to walk into Disney and be like, look, Johnny Depp won his case. I made a shit ton of money on Top Gun. Let's do another Pirates movie with Johnny.
Right. Yeah. Well, and then Hollywood's learning too. Like, fans want characters they know. They don't want to change for modern audiences. They want characters they know. It's a small vocal minority who want things changed. And Hollywood has been kind of, backpedaling on this stuff as of late. Disney's kind of late to the party.
Yeah, Disney is kind of like, and what was interesting about his cancellation supposedly was they had no problem selling, Captain Jack merchandise, toys and stuff. Same with Gina Carano. Like they canceled Gina Carano from The Mandalorian, but you could still buy toys.
Well, they canceled that too eventually.
Oh, okay, but Johnny Depp toys were still fine.
Right. So, I mean, Disney has no problem cashing in on these people.
Yeah, and he said during the trial that he was not going to ever work with Disney again. They would have to get him, 1 million alpacas or something.
I forget. And
so people were bringing alpacas to the courthouse. Anyway, I think, everybody has a price. There is a certain number of alpacas that would bring him back. Or he might just be looking at his bank account after this trial and be like, yeah, I got to go back to work.
He was making the joke on the MTV, was it MTV or whatever it was?
Where he was the Moon Man,
He's like, I could use the work.
Yeah. And he is starting to pick up more work, and Tim Burton said he wanted to do something with him again.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's not like untouched. He was like, you can't, what was it, unfavorable? Yeah. He wasn't unfavorable.
He was an undesirable.
Undesirable.
And undesirable.
And now, now we're like, oh, well, that's all changed now.
And this is, again, going back to, because we've been talking a hell of a lot about Twitter. Going back to Twitter, a lot of this shit is because of Twitter and the media. Mm-hmm. There was not sufficient evidence that he did anything wrong, and it was all allegation, and it should have been a private, messy divorce or whatever. It happens all the time in Hollywood, right? But people went out of their way to get him pulled from every damn thing he was in, just at the whiff of potential wrongdoing, right? Mm-hmm. And, we had now Warner Brothers, and now this is under David Zaslav, but like J.K. Rowling a couple of years ago, she would have been canceled for sure for stuff she said. Now they're like, no, not only are we not canceling J.K., but we're actually going to do more Harry Potter, so suck it.
Yeah, because Hollywood's starting to get to understand that you want to make money, you got to give people characters they love, and you don't change them. And if you're going to go back to that, make sure it stays respectful of the source material. And Chapek's the last of the party, but I think he's starting to catch on to this too now.
Well, I think Chapek is starting to realize, again, his comments, his memo that we got to make stuff that's going to make money, guys. We cannot piss around with stuff that's not going to make money. So this is what she said. She said, we had an idea and we were developing it for a while, ages ago, to have more of a female-led, not totally female-led, just a different kind of a story, which we thought would have been really cool. Robbie told Vanity Fair about her intended Pirates movie with Disney. This was just last year they announced it.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Maybe before, but it was recent.
I guess they don't want to do it. Variety reported in summer 2020 that Disney was in early development on the Pirates movie, as well as a second reboot written by franchise veteran Ted Elliott, who wrote the other Pirates movies, and Chernobyl creator Craig Mazin. Jerry Bruckheimer, who produced all 5 Pirates movies starring Johnny Depp, was attached to both new projects at the time. In an interview with the Sunday Times in May, Bruckheimer said that both films remained in development. That was back in May. Mm-hmm. The mega producer also confirmed that the future of the Pirates franchise does not currently have Johnny Depp involved, despite rumors touting his return.
Yeah, but he's been pushing to get Johnny Depp.
He has
back.
been.
Yeah.
Because, in fact, they talked about the dinner they had with the Disney people, and Jerry Bruckheimer wants Johnny Depp. I'm sorry. They have to look at this and be like, I think they were kind of looking at the Jungle Cruise and being like, oh, we can do any ride and just put a big star in there like The Rock and it'll be just as good as Pirates, and it didn't do well. People want Captain Jack. Now, they got to do a better movie, you know, and because the last two weren't that great. The fifth one actually wasn't terrible, but anyway. So yeah, we're talking to Margot Robbie. We're developing 2 pirate scripts, one with her, one without, and a backup, a spare. Will Depp be back? Not at this point. The future is yet to be decided. So look, guy, I'm saying if Disney is smart and Disney is desperate, we know Disney's not smart, but they are desperate. They totally could use another Pirates movie, and considering that they bet heavily on worldwide box offices for Pirates movies, because actually the last 2 Pirates movies didn't do that well here in the States, but they did really, really well overseas. Yeah, Johnny Depp is still a draw.
Yes.
He's a huge draw. So you do another Pirates movie with Johnny Depp, you actually work and make sure you get a damn good script this time before you film it. And people might turn out just to support him, honestly.
They will. I'm sure they will.
You know, so we'll see what happens, but yeah, we'll see how many alpacas Disney is willing to.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how many alpacas they're gonna pay
in these trying times. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.